What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTWBRB, and welcome to episode 25 of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. The Subspace Emissary. Real quick, we are about to go into arguably one of the worst stages of this game, the Great Maze. And I've decided for the first time ever that I'm going to use stickers on my main team. So before we start the Great Maze, I just wanted to show off, my 4 main characters I will be using, along with the stickers I put on them. So for Marth, I chose the Bowser coin, the yellow Pikmin, which does a resistance of 10 on the slash, Cranky Kong, which is an attack plus 7. Wow, I went okay. Never mind. Big switch there from Kirby and the something. Then we have the Ocarina of Time, which increases our arm by 1 on the attack. Critter, which does 13 to launch resistance. Mona, which does 4 to slash resistance. And then we have, honestly, I don't know what that one says. Either way, here's Mr. Game & Watch. There's Malo, Louie. Oh, really? I'm going to take forever. There's Octoman. Does about 8 plus to the head for attack. Chef. Got a good 3 plus food effect, which will be good, because Great Maze, we're going to need a heal every once in a while. There's General Pepper. And Chibi Robo, going to do a plus 3 to attack. 9 volts, plus 5 to attack on the head. We got Elder Star, I think it's called. And the last one is the Super Baby. Basically, with all these stars, they're going to do different things to, parts of, your character. Here's Wario. I'm showing off his stars right now. For instance, attack, it says, say, like, plus 5 to attack right there for the leg, correct? That means whatever, moves I do with my legs, obviously, this is only assuming, by the way. I don't know this for sure. But I'm assuming moves I do with my legs, that means I'm doing more. Like I said, this is the first time I'm ever using stickers. The only one I can really think I get the idea of resistance, but yeah, you know what? Why not? I think Wario had one on him. I know not Mr. Game & Watch, excuse me, Meta Knight has one as well. We'll see. Actually, right there's one. There are some stickers that are actually only meant for specific characters, such as Wario and Meta Knight. They are the only 2 to have one. There are stickers, meant for the Mario Brothers, so on and so forth. They only increase, for those person, or, for those people. I believe right there, Kirby was for all 3 Kirby characters, which is Meta Knight, Kirby, and King Dedede, of course. So, we're going to be starting the Great Maze. It is the final stage of the game. And, it's what kind of throws a lot of people away from, the Subspace Emissary. The Subspace Emissary is something, you either like or you dislike. And, sometimes, I personally like it. A lot of people don't like it because of the knockback of the enemy. But usually when people say they don't like it, it's specifically because of this level right here. Because this level, well, it's a maze. You're going around. You're going to be battling a lot of the, well, not all, a lot. You're going to be fighting all of the bosses that you've taken on right here. Perfect examples of us taking on Pt.1. And you're also going to be taking on darker versions of each of the characters throughout the thing. And you need to actually defeat every single one of these in order for this to be over. It's very tedious. You can get lost very easily. In fact, the only reason I know exactly where I'm going, which you'll see through this entire playthrough, is because I actually have a map up in front of me to help me out. Because you can get lost so easily and find yourself just wandering around in places you've already been, not knowing where to go. So I am using a map. I apologize for those who are like, oh, I kind of wish you didn't. You're, I guess, cheating in a way. I had no idea where I would be going, to be completely honest with you, nerds and geeks, and I'd rather be able to show you guys, if you want to play through this game, an easy way, a faster way to get here to areas, rather than wandering around and not knowing where to go. So we took on Petey Piranha, made quick work of him. Real quick, we're taking on Pit next, but real quick, as you saw, I went back into that previous room. I didn't show it off, but I will show it off in a later episode. The reasoning I didn't show it off is I accidentally exited the level instead of doing what I wanted to do. But when you go back into those certain rooms we saw right there where we kind of started off as, and there's a platform above, and it has like the Super Smash Bros. Symbol on it, and that platform actually heals you 100%, as you see. I am Meta Knight, but I didn't start off with Meta Knight, I believe. No, I did start off with Meta Knight. What am I saying? Never mind. But I did have a lot of damage done to me. I had like about maybe 100% of damage done to me. Because I went back into that room and healed my damage, I went down to 0%. And if I would have lost, say, Meta Knight, he would be now after Wario. I would still be Marv's, and it would go Mr. Game & Watch, Wario, and then Meta Knight. So basically, the cool thing the Great Maze does here is you don't have to go through the entire maze with, you know, all that percentage, barely, you know, dying every turn. You can go back into those areas. You know, I would rarely suggest it too. Like, you know, if you notice I'm starting to get a little low, or I only have a certain amount of people left, I would advise you to definitely go back and heal, because this place can be a big pain in the ass sometimes, and when you die, it just takes you back and you feel like you're losing. It's not like, you know, everything you've tried to do isn't there no more. Everything you've accomplished so far will still be there, but it's just annoying. So I mean, use those as much as you can. Every time you're in a room, even if you have maybe 5% of damage done to you, just do it. Why not, you know? Just do it. So we're just, throughout the Great Maze, you're going to be heading through, you know, previous stages you've been to before. You're going to meet previous enemies you've faced before, such as the creeps. Whenever you see these glowy doors right here that have that dark aura to them, not aurora. Those are the ones where you're going to find, you know, bosses, or, for instance, characters in the game, such as Kirby. Kirby definitely is hard. Remember, I am playing this on the hard difficulty, not very hard. I'm playing it on the second most difficult of settings, and Kirby's an asshole, I feel like. I was not having fun fighting him during this time. But yeah, the Great Maze is definitely irritating, nerds and geeks. It's very repetitive, not much to talk about. You just kind of have to go through and do it. Like I said, I would advise you use a map. There are tons of maps now, or use this video for reference if you do go through the Great Maze on your own free time, because it is definitely going to be one of those stages that irritates you, because it irritated me, and I actually like the Great Maze. I don't like the Great Maze, but I like the Subspace Emissary. I said that completely wrong. As you see, Kirby's still kicking my ass, and I think I actually die here. Yep. Spoiler report to anybody, I die as Marth. Great Maze doesn't prove to be too difficult, though. When you know where you're going, it kind of just now depends on your skill as a player, basically. I gotta be able to take on this boss, and sometimes, you know, the bosses are hard. We're gonna have to fight Pt.1 again, and Pt.1's one of the more harder bosses, I feel like, and there are some characters in here that are difficult, and you also gotta avoid enemies. My thing here with enemies in this, such as Greep here, do not do what I was accidentally doing, by the way, there, and attack him. Just ignore the enemies. I would say ignore the enemies as much as you can. Don't really pay much attention to them. You know, if they hit you, cool. If they become really bothersome, I would say yes, eliminate them. But the bigger enemies like Greeps or Ampharoses or something, all those bigger enemies that are definitely going to do some damage to you, I would definitely say avoid those ones at all costs. Such as the Greep right there. I was not having any of the Greep. I didn't want to fight him, so I avoided him at all costs. Now we are taking on Link from The Legend of Zelda. Link's computer isn't too bad. He's definitely easier than Kirby. Is he difficult? I will say so. He was doing a lot of those hook shots to me, and definitely doing a lot of dodge rolls and stuff. But yeah, Link wasn't too bad, I feel. Kirby was definitely one of the more difficult. There are some characters in this game that I'm not looking forward to having to face, and Kirby was one of those. But we're back into this new stage here. We've been here before, of course, and once again, look, there's one of those save spots that we just need to jump into, and right here's the symbol. You jump up there, it heals you all up, and in the next episode, we are going to be continuing on through the Great Maze, and I look forward to doing that with you nerds and geeks. It's going to be great. And I hope you guys stick through with me. Of course, if you don't like the Great Maze, you don't have to. I don't blame you. It's very tedious, but I'm going to be showing you guys a lot, you know, a very quicker way, and in my opinion, what should be the suggested route you should take. But that's going to do it for this episode, Nerds and Geeks. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you would like to for more Super Smash Brothers and other Let's Plays of the future. My name has been OMG WTF LOLFTWBRB, and I will see you guys in our next episode. So don't forget to share this video with your friends, Facebook, and Twitter. And as always, have a wonderful day, Nerds and Geeks.